Did I?
The wrestling world was left stunned and heartbroken when fans around the globe. In the midst of unimaginable grief, Becky's heartfelt tribute to Seth revealed a vulnerable, raw side of the wrestling icon rarely seen by the public. Through tearful words and shared memories, she opened her heart, expressing the depth of her loss and the love that still lives on. Fans everywhere were moved to tears, connecting deeply with her pain and the powerful reminder that behind every wrestling legend is a person who loves, grieves, and remembers. A love shattered, the wrestling world's most heartbreaking news. The wrestling community was left reeling when the devastating news broke. Seth Rollins, one of the industry's brightest stars and a beloved figure, had tragically passed away. The shockwaves from his sudden loss rippled far beyond the wrestling ring, touching fans and colleagues worldwide. But none felt the weight of this heartbreak more deeply than his wife, Becky Lynch. Known to millions as the Man, Becky and Seth weren't just partners in the wrestling world. They shared a profound personal bond that had inspired fans and peers alike. Their relationship, built on love, trust, and mutual support, was a shining example of resilience amid the high-pressure world of sports entertainment. In the days following Seth's untimely passing, Becky's raw and heartfelt tribute offered the public a rare, intimate glimpse into their life together. A life now abruptly interrupted by loss. Her emotional words resonated with fans everywhere, a poignant reminder that behind the tough exterior of wrestling personas are real people who love, grieve, and carry on. The power couple, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, journey together. Before tragedy cast its long shadow, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were widely regarded as one of WWE's most iconic power couples. Both fiercely dedicated to their craft, their careers flourished alongside their love story. Their paths crossed early on, and what blossomed was a partnership grounded in friendship, respect, and shared dreams, both in and out of the ring. Their relationship was a source of strength for both, often highlighted through candid moments on social media, heartfelt interviews, and glimpses backstage. Fans admired how they pushed one another to be their best, not just as athletes, but as people. Whether celebrating victories or navigating the grueling demands of their profession, they faced life's ups and downs side by side. Behind the spectacle of bright lights and roaring crowds, their connection was deeply personal. Seth's calm and strategic mind often balanced Becky's fiery determination and spirited passion. Together, they were a perfect complement, each inspiring the other to reach new heights. It was a partnership that transcended wrestling, built on laughter, late-night conversations, shared goals, and an unshakable foundation of love. The tribute that tore hearts apart. When news of Seth's passing reached the public, Becky Lynch's tribute became a beacon for fans trying to understand the magnitude of this loss. In a tearful and raw social media post, Becky referred to Seth as her soulmate, her best friend, and the love of her life. Her words didn't shy away from the pain. She spoke candidly about the unbearable void left in her world, the silence where his laughter once echoed, and the absence of the comforting presence that had been her anchor. The tribute was more than just words. Becky shared intimate photographs, moments captured away from the spotlight, full of genuine smiles, shared jokes, and tender embraces. These images reminded the world that beyond the superstar personas were two people deeply in love, whose relationship had been a source of joy and strength. Her vulnerability struck a chord far beyond wrestling fans. In those moments, Becky showed the human side of grief, messy, painful, and real. She allowed herself to be seen not as the man, but as a widow grappling with the shattering loss of her partner. A community in mourning. Fans and fellow wrestlers rally around Becky. The outpouring of love and support was immediate and overwhelming. The wrestling community, including peers, legends, and fans, united to honor Seth's memory and stand beside Becky. Social media flooded with stories of Seth's kindness backstage, his dedication to his craft, and the light he brought into the lives of those around him. Veterans of the sport recalled Seth's generosity, how he often took younger wrestlers under his wing, and how his professionalism and humility earned him respect across the board. Fans created memorials, lighting candles, sharing stories, and celebrating the impact Seth had on their lives, both as a performer and a person. For Becky, this community became a source of comfort amid her profound grief. While the pain of losing a spouse is deeply isolating, the collective love and remembrance reminded her, and everyone mourning, that Seth's legacy lives on in the hearts of countless people. It is a legacy that extends beyond the ring, carried by the connections he made and the lives he touched. Wrestling with loss. Becky's strength and vulnerability. Becky Lynch has long been admired for her resilience, grit, and fierce independence. But her journey through this personal tragedy revealed an even more profound strength: the courage to embrace vulnerability in a world that often demands toughness. In interviews and public moments, Becky spoke openly about the rawness of her grief. She refused to hide behind her tough persona, instead choosing to share her pain candidly, sparking important conversations about mental health, grief, and the human toll of life in the public eye. Her honesty has resonated with many, reminding fans and colleagues alike of the importance of seeking support and allowing oneself space to heal. The wrestling world often celebrates physical strength and endurance, but Becky's openness illuminated another kind of bravery: the courage to confront emotional pain and live authentically in the face of loss. Her decision to share her story publicly was not easy. It required vulnerability in an industry that expects its stars to be invincible. Yet, through her example, she offered permission for others to grieve openly and to find strength in community and compassion. Holding on to memories. How Becky keeps Seth's spirit alive. Even in the midst of heartbreaking loss, Becky Lynch has found tender ways to keep Seth Rollins' spirit close to her heart. The pain of his passing remains raw and present, yet Becky has embraced the power of small, meaningful rituals to honor their bond and the life they built together. These rituals are not grand gestures, but simple, personal acts that help her feel connected to Seth every day. Whether revisiting the places they loved, the quiet spots where they shared laughter and dreams, or playing the songs that once meant everything to them, Becky finds comfort in the little reminders of their shared journey. In quiet moments, she often speaks to Seth as if he were still there, keeping an invisible thread between them alive. These acts of remembrance serve as both solace and strength, a way to hold on to the love that still lives in her heart, and to draw motivation from their memories as she faces each new day. A love that transcends. Lessons from Becky and Seth's story. At its core, Becky Lynch's ongoing tribute to Seth Rollins is a profound story about love's ability to transcend even the darkest moments of loss. Their journey together reminds us all that behind every headline, every championship win, and every wrestling persona, there is a human story, one filled with laughter, tears, hopes, and heartbreaks. Their relationship stood as a shining example of partnership and mutual support. Becky and Seth showed the world that love isn't just about the big moments, but about being there for each other through every twist and turn life throws your way. Whether navigating the pressures of their demanding careers or simply sharing quiet, everyday moments, their connection was rooted in deep respect and unwavering loyalty. Moving forward, the road ahead for Becky Lynch. As Becky navigates life without Seth by her side, her path forward is one marked by both mourning and hope. Surrounded by the support of family, friends, and the wrestling community, she is gradually piecing together a new chapter, one that honors Seth's memory while also allowing space for healing and growth. In recent months, Becky has embraced a new role as an advocate for those coping with loss and grief. Using her platform, she openly shares the raw realities of mourning, reminding others that it's okay not to have all the answers, and that seeking help is a courageous act, not a sign of weakness. Her vulnerability has sparked important conversations about mental health, grief, and the need for compassionate support networks, especially for those in the spotlight. While the road ahead is uncertain and often painful, Becky Lynch's resilience shines as a beacon of hope. Your one click can help us keep creating awesome stuff